this upcoming 2022 Formula One season, another driver on the grid that I think fans are going to have to look out for is Yuki Tsunoda. Now, despite the fact that he had a very inconsistent 2021 season, I think prior to the last couple of races where he's actually been coached and mentored by Alex Albon, and with that impressive fourth place finish in Abu Dhabi, I think there's one thing that everybody should be recognizing at this point. Yuki is extremely quick, and I think it's the lack of consistency, the lack of composure that has obviously hurt his performance throughout the middle point of the season, and that has obviously resulted in some of the poor performances that we've seen from Yuki. He even admitted himself that he was extremely lazy when it came to his move to the AlphaTauri team, and after, I guess, practice and training, he would essentially just kind of go home, chill, hop on PS5, and that's about it. I think, again, with Yuki, since he is still young, I think we're going to see that maturity continue to happen with him. I think he's going to get more dialed in. He's going to get more focused. And mark my words, I do believe a much more focused Yuki Tsunoda is a driver that can definitely finish in the points on a consistent basis without a question. Pierre was able to do it. Clearly that AlphaTauri has what it takes to finish in the points, as Pierre demonstrated, single-handedly carrying the team for, I would say, the whole season. I think Yuki is going to be right there, and the AlphaTauri could be a very strong contender, maybe to even get in the mix with the likes of, obviously Alpine. I think AlphaTauri, if Yuki was able to be more consistent, obviously they would have been better than the Alpine over the course of the season. But even still, likes of McLaren, Ferrari perhaps. I think the AlphaTauri for this 2022 season, depending on how well they develop their car, I think as long as the drivers are where they need to be, the AlphaTauri could be finishing and competing, I should say, with the closer to top tier teams. I don't think the AlphaTauri is obviously going to be as fast as the Mercedes or the Red Bull, but nobody should be batting an eye or be surprised if you see the AlphaTauri mixing it up with the McLarens, with the Ferraris as well. I apologize. I've been recording a lot today, so my mind's just kind of all over the place. There's a lot of information I've been seeing and reading, but like I said, Yuki has shown pace. He's shown speed. All he needs is consistency. He needs consistency. He needs patience. He was also involved in a lot of crashes, a lot of incidents. That, I think, also comes with his composure and really getting dialed in and really kind of calming himself down. I think we've seen when Yuki gets frustrated, it doesn't really seem to dial back until the race or the practice session or qualifying is actually over. And I think that obviously that's a hindrance to Yuki. And I'm sure he'll be working with people, hopefully still with Alex Albon and some others are really going to help him control that more. That way he can be a much more consistent driver, not just for himself, but also for the team, and to really show that he's a good driver. There were some people saying, oh, Yuki shouldn't have this seat. He's not really deserving of it. He never won the Formula 2 championship, et cetera, et cetera. I think he has the pace to belong in Formula One, and I think that is more so important. Even if you don't say win the F2 title, I think if you prove you have the pace to finish in the top 10, you deserve to be in Formula One. But of course, the nature of Formula One being what it is, drivers coming in and out, some that should be there, some that shouldn't. It's always a case that can be made for anybody. But I think with Yuki's situation, he's a huge component of, just being a Japanese driver for that Japanese market. That's a big deal, similar to Guan Yu Zhou, who will be coming in to Alfa Romeo as well in the 2022 season. He'll be great for the China market. So obviously these drivers are here for a reason, the same way that paid drivers are there to essentially kind of help the teams. And, there's always reasons for why these things happen. Whether we agree with them or not, that is a completely different conversation for probably 10 or 20 other videos. But at the end of the day, when it comes to a driver's talent, I think Yuki has a talent, and I think he's demonstrated to everybody he has a talent. What he needs is the consistency and the maturity to put everything together. And I think if he's able to do that, mark my words again, one day in Formula One, we could see Yuki Tsunoda winning a race. I'm telling you, I can see it happen. The kid is fast. Whether you like him or not, whether you like his behavior, his on-track tactics, his radio talks with his engineer, none of that matters. What matters is his pace, his consistency, and whether or not he'll have it in the future to potentially win himself a Formula One race. And I think he's demonstrated with his speed he can do so. But obviously things are going to have to happen for him in the right conditions, especially being with that AlphaTauri. We know it's not going to be the fastest car on the grid, but nonetheless, if they make improvements and that AlphaTauri continues to get better each season, I think one day we could see Yuki standing on the podium with the first place victory. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do in the 2022 season. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. How well or bad, perhaps, do you think Yuki's going to do in this upcoming season? Do you think it is just a lack of maturity and a lack of real development as far as just kind of getting himself in a routine where he can continue to improve and really maximize his efficiency in that AlphaTauri? Let me know what you have to say in the comment section below. If you're new, make sure to subscribe here for weekly Formula One discussion content. Anything I should say you guys want me to discuss, let me know that in the comment section below as well. I finally got through this all, but unfortunately that is all the time I have for you guys today. But I will see you all later. Have a good one, and goodbye.